The first thing I'm going to go over in algebra tutorials is solving equations. Solving equations is a fundamental part of all algebraic subjects. So first thing you need to understand when solving an equation is what is a variable. So most equations, the solution will just be actually solving for a variable. And what is a variable? A variable is a placeholder number or expression that is normally represented by a letter such as x or y, or a number is the actual solution, but it's just presented through a letter. So the first thing we need to understand are solutions versus non-solutions. So in this first small example, we have 10 times x equals 30. So the solution for this will be x equals 3 because we know that 10 times 3 equals 30. And non-solutions would be anything else other than 3 because nothing else times 10 equals 30. So the non-solutions could be x equals 4, x equals 5, basically any other number. So in order to solve equations, for the fundamentals of it, basically all you need to know to do is add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So the goal of solving simple equations is separating the variable. The variables can be combined with addition and subtraction, which we'll show in the examples on the next slide. And typically when you see multiplication, you're going to want to distribute. And sorry, when you're dividing in an equation, you're going to multiply on both sides the denominator, or vice versa. So if you're multiplying in the equation, you're going to end up dividing. So here are some quick examples. So the first one, like I said before, we're going to have to distribute with the multiplication. So first thing you want to do when you see this, 3 outside the parentheses with x plus 5 inside of it, is distribute. And distributing is just multiplying the number outside the equation by everything inside of it. So here we're going to multiply 3 times x and get 3x, and multiply it 3 times 5 and get 15. So then our new equation will look like 2x plus 3x plus 15 equals 20. And the first thing we're going to do is subtract that 15 from the other side of the equation. So we're going to subtract 15 from 20 and get 5. And we're going to have 2x plus 3x equals 5. So, like I said before, through addition and subtraction, we can actually combine our variables. So we'll have 2x plus 3x, but we can combine the 2 and the 3 to make 5x. So our equation will now look like 5x equals 5. And then what we're going to do is, since we're multiplying 5 times x, which is what being next to it means, now we're going to want to divide both sides of the equation by that 5. So we're going to get 5x over 5 and 5 over 5. The 5 is going to cancel on the left side of the equation and just leave us with x, and 5 divided by 5 equals 1, so we're going to get x equals 1. For this next one, we're dividing in the problem 27 divided by x, and on this side we have 9. So what we're going to want to do is first multiply to get the x out of the denominator. So we're going to end up multiplying both sides by x, which will cancel out with it'll be in the numerator now, and it'll cancel out with the denominator on this side, and we'll get 9x on this side. And now that we have 9x, well, we want to separate the variable. So now it's being multiplied by this 9, and we want to divide by 9 on this side, which means we'll have 27 divided by 9, which is 3, equals are left with x. For this one, we have more combination of variables, but this time on both sides of the equation. So this side, once again, 3x plus 2x, we could just combine to 5x. And on this side of the equation, we have 24 plus 4x. Well, we want to get the x on the side with the other x's, and we could subtract because it's being added. So we'll have a subtraction on this side that will get rid of this 4x, and we'll have 5x minus 4x, which will just equal 1x, or we could simplify that to just x. And that x will equal 24. For this one, we are once again dividing in the equation, but this time with a coefficient on this x on this side. So we're going to multiply both sides by 60x and get 120x on this side and 240 on this side. And then since now we're multiplying by x again, we're going to want to divide.